All right, guys, happy March 4th, Monday, coming to you full of excitement, full of gratitude, and something I'm super happy about today. I know it's a small thing, but I'm a father, and these small things matter significantly to me. My son woke up and he said, Dad, I have a wiggly tooth. Now, my son's 5, he's going to be 6 in June. He's never had a wiggly tooth, never lost a tooth. And so, probably by today or tomorrow, I'm going to have a toothless kid, which I'm very, very excited about. It's just like small little things that I'm very excited about. But couple things before we get rolling, before I turn it over to somebody to take us out on the field today. Here's the music choice for today. This is the Gap Band. If you know, you know. And then you guys, I found this in a crate of old records that my aunt brought me. And her and my mom used to sit in the garage and smoke joints away from my grandparents. They didn't know where they were and listen to these records. And it's so cool to be able to listen, to be able to like keep that spirit of the music alive. And so it was really cool. This is a recent addition to my library, and I'm just very excited to share. And thanks for the engagement on social media on that post. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Samantha, it's going to be you. So are you ready? I'm going to have Samantha. She said, uh-oh. I'm going to have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. So Samantha, without further ado, let's go over to you. Either language, it's up to you. No, I'm just kidding. Please just keep it in English because she makes the best videos in Spanish. And I'm like, God damn it, I should know my Spanish, but I don't. But let's go, Samantha.
I got caught off guard. So basically, just what I tell myself, like I talk to myself a lot and I listen to a lot of podcasts every morning because I want to make sure that I motivate myself because I have like 12-hour shifts that I give myself. And just get out there, get it. Like this morning, I was thinking, like, man, I should wake up a little bit earlier because I go to the gym, I get out, and I'm rushing to drop off my kids. I have like a 20-minute gap, and then I go leave them. Then I'm here, and I got to get ready for my day. So just go out there and get it, stay consistent. It doesn't matter what order you go in. It doesn't matter the hours. I used to get anxiety of like, man, it's already freaking 7 o'clock. My goal was to be up at 5. Just keep going and don't give up. I know it's kind of hard out there right now, but hit up your database, keep posting videos, get your leads, and make it a good year.
Awesome, awesome. I love this. I love this. And I feel you on the getting the kids ready, getting them off. I literally on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have 11 minutes from the time I drop Silas off and get on my computer, get ready. Just I have about 11 minutes, sometimes less. And so I get it. There's that pressure. But let's go right in this morning, you guys. First and foremost, we did an exercise on Friday. If you weren't here, it's called the Success Multiplier. It really helped you shape and revision or revise the vision for your business. Did anybody do that exercise after group coaching? Because I know we had a couple of people share in your guys' breakout rooms. Did anybody do that exercise afterwards? And does anybody want to share any of the results, their thoughts, or their breakdown from that exercise? I'm just giving everyone a chance. I want to give everyone a chance to recap. I see some smiles, but I didn't see no hands go up. So I'll give it 1, 2, 3. No one wants to share? Okay, cool. We'll just move on from that. We'll move on. So obviously it's Monday. I got some thoughts I want to share from you and share with you. And I had some writing here. So let me just read this out to you guys. So experience is great, but it's not synonymous with expertise. All right. I want you guys to really think about this. Expertise means doing exhaustive market research, understand consumer trends, psychology, communication, relevancy, current affairs, patterns, homes for sale in certain areas, price points, so on and so forth. So what I want everyone to do is ask themselves, over the course of this last week, how much did I actually research this industry? What did I learn about this industry? And how did I elevate my game in regards to what's actually happening in my marketplace? If you want to be viewed as an expert, then you need to be spending the time behind the scenes. And I wanted to share some sentiment before we get the mic over to you guys. And it said, here are 7 agents, 7 type of agents that will get crushed in this market. All right. And stay with me. And if one of these hits, then make a change. So the uninformed agent, the agent that just got their license and thinks that they're going to sell homes and this shit's going to be easy, and they're not reading, they're not studying, they're not attending masterminds, they're not listening to podcasts. The uninformed agent will get crushed in this market. The secret agent, The agent that nobody knows, right? You're not visible on social. Nobody knows who you are. When you're out in public, you never give your card out. You never exchange Instagrams. Nobody at the schools, the practices, the soccer leagues, nobody knows you. You're just a secret agent. That's not a way to win in business, and definitely not a way to win in real estate. Number three, the negative realtor, right? How many people on this call right now, and I'm not saying any of you are, how many of you, or if you are, then maybe this will hit. How many of you know somebody that is perpetually fucking negative? Every time that you talk with them, it is same shit, different day. Is it really the same shit, different day? Or is it a new day, a new opportunity, new experiences, right? A new opportunity to breathe life in this beautiful thing that we call life? Nah, the negative people. Passive. I'm just passive. And I'll say this, and I'm going to say this for the people in the back of the room. Our team is not a hobby. Our team is not a hobby. This is a game that's going to force you to step outside of your comfort zone, be a little bit more aggressive, shake a little bit more hands, go to open houses, knock on doors, make videos. This is for the people that are proactive, not are just passive and waiting for things to occur in their business. Undisciplined. God, this one hits. Number 5 is undisciplined. This market will crush the undisciplined person. The person that doesn't exercise, the person that doesn't have a schedule, a routine, a route, a system, a flow, any of that. The market will crush an undisciplined person. Desperate. And here's what I mean by that, right? You didn't work with a sense of urgency, and now it's coming to the time where you've siphoned out all of your savings. You have worked in now you're working in desperation because you need a deal to survive. Well, if you would have gone back 2 months, 3 months, and just worked with a sense of urgency every single day, I need to move my business forward, would you now be operating in desperation? Listen, you guys, that desperation energy, people are going to feel it. If you have a sense of poise and you're relaxed, but you are working for a sense of urgency, people understand that and they feel that energy too. So that's a choice that you guys have to make. Are you going to work in desperation mode because you didn't work with urgency? Or are you going to work with urgency today so you're not trying to repair things moving forward? And last but not least, you guys, this market will crush the unfocused person. The person that doesn't have focus, that is scattered. Now listen, I'm a guy that has ADD, okay? You guys spend any time with me? I have ADD, but there's certain things that I do that I know I need to do, focus on, put my head down, and have zero distractions. Now, I saw something in the chat down below. Darnell said, so far, I'm 2 for 2. Listen, this is a reflection period. If any of those words hit, then you guys have an opportunity to change. Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you guys feel that I missed? Is there any other words, any other categories that you feel that the market will crush this type of person and this type of agent? Did I miss anything? Do you guys agree with that list?
The fake agent.
What's that?
A fake agent.
All right, bro. So let's go, man. Let's hear what you mean by that. What's behind that?
It's if they're not realistic, whatever they may be. I mean, you can fake it till you make it for sure, but you're working towards a goal. And then there's a bunch of other people who are just fake. You know what I mean? They want to be people pleasers, but when you get in a contract with them, they suck. They don't come through, and so they get a bad reputation without them knowing it. There's a lot of those out there too.
Ooh, I love this. You know what? I actually did a talk on this about 2 years ago, and people said, I asked the crowd, how many people in this room want to serve, right? And want to, provide opportunities for people to build financial wealth, all these things, right? All the hands went up, right? Well, is your social media reflective of that? Is your relationship building reflective of that? If you say, oh my God, I want all these things, like, really? Because it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it. Your work ethic, your habits, the way that you show up in this world, you're never posting on video, doesn't really feel like your true desires to serve the masses. That to me is a fake agent. So George, I absolutely love that. Lisa, what did we miss?
Hey there. So I really appreciate you guys the presentation. So you could have all these great things and you still have to work on how you present it to people. So that practicing, man, I have had a mirror in my face being here with Team Fast. So thank you guys.
Ooh, I love this. And I'm glad that it hits because the uninformed, right? If you can't sit down right now at a table and have an effective buyer's consultation or listing presentation, that just shows you that you haven't studied enough behind the scenes. It just shows you that you haven't studied enough. So I'm glad that you guys got, you reflected on that. 7 type of agents that the market will crush: uninformed, secret, negative, passive, undisciplined, desperate, unfocused. And then JJ added another one, which was the fake agent. So my hope and my thoughts with this conversation is not to call anybody out, but to more to be a mirror and say, okay, maybe I am undisciplined right now and I need to focus on some things. Maybe I'm the person that is very, very secretive about being an agent. How are people going to know the cause, the mission, the crusade that you're on if you're not sharing it with the world? So I want us to do an audit, and I'm going to go back to you guys in just a minute, so stay with me. So I want you guys to do an audit. And if you don't have these answers, you need to dive deep in and you need to go back, you need to look at your calendar, and you need to figure some shit out. So I want you to do an audit of the last 60 days. And let's just call January and February, right? We're early into March. So I want you guys to do a quick audit, and you should know these numbers. First and foremost, here's a couple questions for you. How many videos have you made this year? All right, stay with me. That's an easy one. You can just go on your social media and say, damn, I've created already 25 videos, 30 videos, whatever your number is. How many calls on an average have you made every single day? How many calls on an average have you made every single day? Right? If you look back, like, damn, I usually make about 15 calls a day, right? I'm going to up my number to 25, but I feel like I have really good momentum. I'm making a lot of calls. How many conversations have you actually had? Do you know how many calls that you typically make before you actually have a conversation? And from that conversation, how many appointments have you actually booked, right? And if you're not on the phones, none of this is going to apply. And that should also be in your face. How many new leads have you entered into your CRM this year, right? If you're a newer agent, that number might be lower. But if you're an experienced agent, you should probably know, damn, I've been able to host 12 open houses since the beginning of the year, and I've added an average of 65 new clients into my database. And out of those 65 people, 12 of those people are actively looking at homes. And based on the price point where they're looking at, I have an active pipeline or a forecast of about $6 million of active buyers that could potentially purchase a home within the next 60 days. See what I'm doing here, you guys? Everything is mathematical. If you want to think about your business and where it's going, then you need to really look into how many leads are active, how many leads you put into your system, so on and so forth. So stay with me. How many doors have you knocked this year, right? Have you gone into the thousands? I know people on this call right now that have knocked on over 1,000 doors already this year, probably more than 2,000 doors this year alone. How many open houses have you hosted? How many workouts have you done this year? Or have you still 2 months into the year, going into our 3rd month, haven't even worked out, haven't even moved your body? And you wonder why you don't have the energy, the vitality to go out and do the things that you want to do, and you find yourself fucking tired eating bullshit every single night? How many workouts have you done? How many hangovers have you had this year? Can you count the amount of hangovers that you've actually had this year? The wasted days because you partied a little bit too much, and then you had to recover for a day, and then it took you another day, and then actually 3 days, and you finally felt normal again, because when you're older, that shit takes a longer toll on you. And if you can agree, please raise your hand with that, because the older you get, the longer the hangovers are, right? How many hours have you spent reading this year? Last 2 months, how many hours have you spent on an average for the week? How many hours have you spent reading to feed into that expertise? Remember, it's not always about the experience, it's about the expertise. Couple more for you. And actually, last one. How many excuses have you made this year? How many excuses have you made this year? My daughter just walked up the stairs. She's 19 years old. My daughter's working 2 jobs and going to college right now. She works at Starbucks, she works at Target, and she's going to college. So round of applause for her. Great kid, doesn't do drugs, not into boys, not into girls, just likes to be home, likes to go to school, and likes to work, which I'm really proud of. So she walks up the stairs right now. She's like, I started what? She's like, I started 75-day hard today. I'm like, okay. She's like, it's already hard. I already want to quit. I'm like, this shit's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. But if my daughter at 19 years old is making a choice, all of us are capable of doing that. And so it was just really encouraging for me as a father. Now, mind you, there's a high propensity for people to not finish this challenge, but I'm going to be here supporting her and pushing her and forcing her to not make any excuses, because I know the benefit on the tail end of this and how she's going to feel and the sense of accomplishment. So that's my audit for you guys. It's Monday morning. We're talking about moving our needle, what we're going to do, how we're going to push our business forward. But in order for us to go forward, we need to look backwards. And if you look backwards, like, damn, am I even a realtor? Am I even a real estate professional? Am I even an entrepreneur? Am I even serving at the highest level that I said that I want to serve at? And that's why I'm in this business? Or am I falling short in these metrics? That's on you guys. That's on you. That's on you. So that's my thoughts. That's my sentiment. That's how I want to start out the call. Anybody have any thoughts? And anybody want to share? Anybody want to grab the mic and share? Please do. I don't leave me hanging on this. Get a couple people in the queue. I got Christina Montiel. Christina, let's hear from you, and then anybody else that wants to get rolling in this conversation. Let's go. Let's go, Christina. Hit 'em.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know, I have to say that last Friday, Elias, you hit the nail giving all that information. I have been, doing my 30-day checklist and just hiding behind the scenes. Just like, how am I gonna send videos to my people? And finally, last Thursday, I did it. I've been sending videos, text message. Hey, I am in this new brokerage. I am so excited. I miss you. Can we go out for coffee? I just want to know, how are you doing? I got so many replies back. Christina, I'm so happy that you found the brokerage. You are doing well. Let's go out for coffee. So I have 4 appointments to go out for coffee. One potential buyer, I already got her with the lender. She's not ready yet, but I'm working with her. I'm taking her to a Brazilian coffee place in San Francisco. She's excited. She keeps following me on social media. So I just want to say, encourage everybody on this Monday. It is a drag. I'm not feeling well today. I took 5 minutes to get out of bed, but I said, you know what? I'm going to show up. It's for myself. It's for my business. And last Friday, I was working until 9 p.m. trying to do social media posts, and my mom came in and she said, man, this is worse than your other job. It's 9 p.m. Like, you got to go to sleep. And I said, Mom, this is my business.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually my business. And I need to work until midnight, whatever it takes to make this happen. And she's like, oh, wait, yeah, now you're working for yourself. So how can I help? How can I be here? Give me flyers, whatever it takes. I'm going to be there with you. And, cute. She's 76, but so cute. So I appreciate that, her help. But just want to encourage all of us, sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I don't want to get up, and I have a lot of health issues, but here I am. Just the positive feedback from the people, from the videos that I send it, from the text message, just something shift inside my head. And I just got excited. So I'm taking this as a little game. Like, this week, how many people am I going to talk to? So my goal, it's 10 people to actually have a conversation and go out for coffee. And I'm excited. And I just want to say thank you for the encouragement. Again, I keep banging on the nail that this is my tribe. I found the people that encourage me. I work in several other brokerage and I never found something like this. And Elias, I'm sorry for you, but you have been adopted into this family. You're the big brother. So have a great day, everybody.
You don't have to be sorry. I'll take that. But here's what I've seen. And obviously I get to witness a lot of your guys' growth, breakthroughs, breakdown, experiences, all those things, right? And that's the advantage of being a coach, is that you get to experience so much on this side. And what I've experienced from you is that when I met with you a couple months ago, or 2 months, a month and a half ago, excuse me, in our Hayward office, there was so much going on in your mind. But what was coming out, you couldn't really articulate how you were thinking, how you were feeling, the emotions that were going on. Like, you were almost to the point where it's like you're overwhelmed and you don't know where to go. But to tell you a little bit about Christina, she is this Brazilian dancer and this beautiful butterfly of a dancer. And it seems in the last couple of weeks, and especially hearing you talk today, this is a completely different Christina. So whether it's the community, whether it's yourself, whether it's self, analyzation, reflection, and awareness, whatever is happening, you can see it, and people feel that. When you're sending those messages out, people don't feel like, damn, this is just shady and she's just trying to get business. No, I'm genuinely trying to connect, and I'm here to serve and help you and answer any of your questions. And I do miss you, and I do want to grab some coffee. And then we end up talking about real estate, so be it. If we end up talking about the kids, then so be it. But I want to connect with you. That type of messaging is a human message, and that's why you have so many appointments this week. So you guys, let's give her some love and some light and some kudos for taking these major steps and having her pipeline full for this week. That's how you move your needle, you guys. That is how you move your needle starting the week. So Christina, I'm beyond happy. I'm beyond proud of you. Let's go to Mark and let's go to Brett. Anybody else that wants to get involved in the conversation, throw your hand up. Let's go, Mark.
Hey, Elias. So first of all, I just want to give a quick background. I got divorced 2 years ago and I disappeared from the face of the earth. Some of you guys I worked with in the past, but in 2 years, I took myself out of the business. I didn't want to do anything. I pretty much stayed at home, took the kids to school, picked them up from school, made them food, but I pretty much stayed in the house. No social media, completely blacked myself out. And then when I started going to therapy and started getting better, this January 1st, I told myself, you know what? I got to stop holding myself to other people's standards. That was the biggest thing I learned. You know, you're looking at social media, you're looking at other people's lives and trying to base your life based on other people's life, which it doesn't make sense. You need to understand yourself better. You're your worst enemy. If you could figure yourself out, then you realize like you can't make an outrageous goal and then try to hit that goal because that's somebody else's goal, right? I totally understand the 75-day hard. That's why they call it hard. But some people, you have to take baby steps to do that. And you're going to end up being unsuccessful every single time you're trying to base yourself on somebody else's goals and you know, trials and tribulations. You got to understand yourself first. So my take on everybody is baby steps, learning, understanding yourself, taking actual goals that you can actually meet and work your way upwards. You can't say, I'm going to quit smoking tomorrow when you know damn well you're not going to quit smoking. You can gradually quit smoking by cutting little by little. But that's just an example. And I can tell you right now, like, for example, I spent a lot of time with Ophelia. I'm going to give her some kudos right now. 2 weeks ago, you talked about closing the gap, closing the circle on a sale. Customers walked into an open house and I'm sitting there listening to her. The lady's saying, I have a realtor, I have a lender. And I know Ophelia is on right now. She literally closed the gap in meeting up with that lady. Even though the lady said she has a realtor, she was, based on our conversation, Ophelia didn't take her away from the realtor. Lady wasn't happy. And her realtor friend was actually all the way in Bakersfield. So my point I'm trying to say this is a lot of people say, okay, the moment somebody walks in and have a realtor, they backed off, right? Like I walks in an open house, I have a realtor. Okay, go ahead and look around at the house, and you know, have any questions, please reach out. Ophelia didn't stop there. She was there helping the lady, answering every single question to a point where the lady is like, I want to meet with you instead. Okay. Again, she wasn't trying to take the realtor away. She was just being helpful. And that's the thing. You have to understand yourself. You have to understand the kind of person you are for you to be able to be successful in what you want to be.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get off my soapbox there.
Mark, I mean, wonderful messaging, and I appreciate that, you know, shout out to Ophelia. And, you know, there's actually a part of this book. It was a chapter I read last night, but once again, you guys, if you haven't got this, get this small read. I know, Christina, you've been reading this or listening to this, Habits That Make a Champion. And the habit 40 was the habit of practicing self-awareness. I think self-awareness is probably the most important thing toward being a champion. So this weekend, I took 2 assessments. One was like a leadership assessment, and one was an assessment how I deal in relationships. And then I get the report back, and then I'm meeting with the coach this week to kind of dissect through all that. But self-awareness is super, super important. So if you're able to do any type of assessment, so on and so forth, do that and like read those assessments and be like, some of this is really spot on. These are areas where I can improve. So Mark, really good stuff. And in the words of MC Breed, the iconic rapper that you guys know and bumped and probably blew your speakers out if you were back in the days because that bass hit, there ain't no future in your fronting. And here's the thing about social media. There's a lot of people on social media that front. They act like they got their shit together. They act like all things are sunshines and rainbow. When you pull back the cover, they have bullshit habits. They freaking cheat on their spouses. They're not doing things that are serving their cause. And you can see that shit. So a lot of people front on social media. That's why vulnerability and allowing people proximity to who you are actually as a person, that's why that shit wins. Not everybody wants to see this polished Brett. Not everyone wants to see this polished Kaleem. Let us see who you really are. That shit what matters the most. Yeah, when you want to get student and booted for your $2 million listing, do that. And I'm never going to knock that. But at the end of the day, people want to see you and they know when you're fronting. So good stuff. Let's go, Brett, and let's go, Aaron Crisp.
Cool. My video is cutting in and out, so hopefully you guys can hear me all right.
We can, loud and clear.
All right, cool. I just wanted to share my other coach that I'm working with this past week. The topic was time management and moving the needle, and so I just wanted to share like the big takeaway from that. And it was none of these big changes in our business happen by accident. And so we have to intend it and prepare each day for the greatest day that ever happened in our business. Like if we're not at least intending for that to happen, then it's not just going to happen by accident. And so for me, time management's been really tough. I know we got some other parents on here that run around with the kids and do what they got to do to get people where they need to go. And that's been kind of a big thing in my business that kind of slowed me down over the past like year or two after COVID. But basically what I've been trying to do is like, okay, I have 2 hours today to lock into my business. What is what would make it the best day that I can add to these 2 hours? Like, what can I do in these 2 hours that is going to continue to move the needle? We can't control everything in the universe, but if we focus on what we can control and intend for it to be a successful time block or a time period, then we can keep that needle moving and move things forward.
Bro, I absolutely love that. So say that one more time, what you said in the beginning of the conversation. Say that one more time. I think it's really powerful.
It's about preparing for the greatest day that we've ever had in our business. If we're not intending that, or at least trying to do that, it's not going to happen by accident.
Yeah, I absolutely love it, bro. Good to see you. I appreciate that contribution at a very high level. Mark, I'm gonna have you put your hand down if that's an old hand. So if you can throw your hand down so I don't get confused. Let's go, Aaron, Chris. We'll go Nicole, then we're gonna shift gears in the conversation. Thank you, Brett. Let's go, Aaron.
So Mark said something that kind of reminded me, I'm just jumping into the gap in the gain. And so your 5 audits, some of them hit. Like I haven't been doing it lately. I've been very conscious of it now, but I used to always say, when somebody say, hey, what's going on? Same shit, different toilet. I used to say all the time, which is a very negative connotation. And so I stopped saying it because of that. But where the gap in the game comes in and where Mark kind of triggered that is that I do measure myself by expectations or the idea, right? Instead of looking at what I've done. So, I mean, as you were rattling off all those 5 things, all I was thinking at the moment was, damn, I'm a passive realtor, or I have very negative thoughts and trains of thought. I'm not doing enough video. I'm not doing this. But then as I was thinking in the gain, I have been going to the gym consistently. I have been doing stuff like that. I have been waking up and showing up. I have been consciously trying to improve myself little by little each day. And so and I'm just in the beginning of this gap in the game. One of the things they remind you of is that we all tend to think in the gap, and you got to bring yourself back to the gain. And so as you were rattling off those 5 things, I found myself in the gap thinking, God, there's so many things I'm not doing, or there's so many places I'm going wrong. But then I brought myself back and said, look, I am doing things. I am taking steps to improve myself. And like Brett was saying, I love that, prepared for the greatest day ever, because I've been meditating on like, this is going to be your greatest day ever meditation, right? And so just reminding yourself that you're consciously making efforts. And again, you got to be making efforts to improve yourself, but you're constantly making efforts, and don't measure yourself to an idea or what somebody else is doing. Stay in your own lane and continue to improve your own journey.
Man, I absolutely love that. And if you're not in that book, on that book, reading that book, listening to that book, highly, highly recommend that you put that book into your rotation. And it allows you to be present and appreciate everything that you're experiencing and going through. And even if it's hardships and trials and tribulations, because you're growing and you're reflecting, not saying, oh, well, when I get there, then I'm going to be happy. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. So I put the 7 down below. Let's go to Nicole, and then we're going to shift gears in the conversation. Came in on the right day. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Love that. Nicole, rapid fire. Let's hear from you.
I just wanted to piggyback on what Brett was saying. Something I've learned since I've been with the team, Elias is a stickler about. You have to be really committed to your calendar, as far as like trying to manage everything with being a parent and everything. I spend a lot of nights going through the emails, like all the newsletters from the school, calendaring out, okay, this day is conferences, this day is this event, this day is no school, and then going in and filling in from there. Because you got to do your kids stuff, but it helps to be really solid to your calendar.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a non-negotiable for me. It's a non-negotiable. And you guys, the Elias at 44, if you would have known me at 34 and you would have said, oh, Elias, if you would have said, Elias, you weren't disciplined. Yeah, like that. And me at 34, you guys, like I wasn't as disciplined as I am now. Like a lot of the things that I do, these are new-ish in the last, I'd say, I don't know, 5 years I've been able to develop discipline. But there was a time in my life where I wasn't fucking disciplined. Like no way, no how, like just no systems, no order. And so these are things that can be learned and develop over time. So let's go to me and then we're gonna shift the gears.
Hey, good morning. I know you said one last person, but I had to chime in. That what Brett said was super fire, and it reminded me of a quote. I don't know where I seen it, but I dropped it in the chat. Success is not accidental, and like if all of us have had successes, so we can testify to that. Like you're not just in the right place at the right time accidentally. You are doing the work. And that's why good things happen for you. That's why success happens for you. So that was super fire from Brett. But also to Aaron's point, that's why this space is super important and necessary, is because we get to commune and see what each other are doing on a daily basis. And it's not about comparison. It's about making yourself better. Like I see you going hard in the gym. Like, okay, I'm about to go show up in the gym and make myself better. I see you guys reading certain books. It's like, oh shit, I should be reading a book or working open houses. So I just wanted to chime in and say thank you for this space because, again, it's a constant reminder, especially in a business where it seems like it's all on you. It's good to be around like-minded people and be able to testify about the shit that we go through in this business. So appreciate it.
That's right, my man. I appreciate you. And listen, you guys, I get tons of encouragement and enlightenment and inspiration from you guys as well. And so it works both ways. The one thing that you'll find out about me is that I never stay in inspiration and motivation. I feel that is constantly fleeting, right? You could come here and be sparked for the morning, like, damn, I'm lit. I'm feeling sparked this morning. But the difference with me is that I'll take that spark and I'll take that motivation and I'll go and do something else. After this call, I'll sit on 2 hours of training for myself. I'll do a masterclass and then I'll come back at 11 o'clock and do the fast forward movement. So my morning, no matter what, is that if I'm pouring into people for the week, I'm going to pour into myself to start my own week out because that's what's going to move my needle in order to better support you guys. Tomorrow, we're doing an open house dialogue workshop in Walnut Creek. I want to make sure that I'm ready for you guys. We have the flow, we have the ideas, we have the templates, we have the scripts, all those things. So I want to make sure that I'm prepared, ready, prepped for you guys. On Friday, we're doing another content day in Sacramento. Prepare, be ready for you guys to make sure that I'm pouring into you. But how can I expect to pour into you if I'm not pouring into myself and I'm not learning? I don't have all the answers. I'm searching and I'm constantly going to be a searcher in this game, but I'm also going to implement all the things that I'm learning along the way. So don't come here. Don't waste your time and come here for some fucking motivation. That's not why we're here. We're here to give you thoughts and give you inspiration enough for you to go and take action in your life and in your business. So you guys, let's do this. It's Monday morning. Michelle, I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. It is Monday morning. We obviously have our goals for the week. I need 5 people to get in the queue to tell me what are their goals, what's going to move their needle today, this week, and what are they committed to accomplishing this week. I need 5 people to get themselves in the queue. And Michelle, if that's where you want to stay, keep your hand up. But I need 3 more people to throw their hands up. And I want you to share as a collective group. What are your goals for this week? What's going to move the needle? What are you focused on? What are you committed to? And I want you to declare in this room. Ophelia, she hit it and she's like, oh, this son of a gun. All right, cool. I got quite a few going. This is cool. I'm going to try to get to everybody. Michelle even has her hand up. So let's go first, Michelle. Let's hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm personally proud of myself because I have been in these group meetings consistently for the last 2 weeks. I have fallen off for a long time, but Elias and everyone has got me re-inspired, and I'm just so happy to be back in the groove of that. My goals for this week is to continue with the reading because Elias got me back reading again. So I have been reading every day. I start out my morning with my coffee and my book, and I'm going to continue with the coaching every session this week. And I'm going to do I can't over promise, but I'm going to do 3 social media reels this week.
Hey, that's what's up, Miss Shan. Let's go. And you know what? Here's what's cool about this. Miss Shan could have laid back in the cuts and put her hand down, but she's like, no, I put my hand up and I got this up. You better call on me, Elias. So I love this because she wanted to share. And listen, when you share, we can better support you. If you just want to lay and be secret on these calls, then it's probably going to be a reflection of how you're being with your consumers.
I am so much the secret agent, and I got to come out of that.
That's right. Let's go, Michelle. Let's go. I appreciate your sentiment. Let's put yourself back on mute. Darnell, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Then we're going to go to Ophelia. Darnell, I'm going to step away for 1 second, but do your thing, you guys. You know what to do. Let's go.
I know why. Let's go. So for me, my goals this week is to stop waiting to do Spark Hire. I've been practicing my buyer's consultation for weeks, of course, and for whatever reason, I haven't jumped on and recorded that interview. So definitely going to knock that out. I definitely want to schedule 3 appointments for this week. Already have 1 in hand. And I want to host 1 more open house for this weekend. So if anybody has an open house for this weekend, preferably Sunday, please tap in and let me know. I got you. And then 5 phone conversations a day. I'm not as active as I would like to be on the phone. So 5 phone conversations and then 10 text messages a day. That's where I'm at.
I didn't hear all of it, but I heard the tail end of it. That sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, sorry guys. I'm drinking a lot of liquids, and so I had to excuse myself. But Darnell, I'm with this. Let's go, Ophelia. He understands. All right, hopefully you all understand. Let's go.
Of course.
Ophelia, you're on mute.
Sorry, boomer moment. All right, so here we go. So for this week, I have 2, I have a listing appointment. Well, I don't know okay, it's an appointment today. And it's from the open house that Mark was talking about. So I'm meeting with her today. Have a buyer's consult tomorrow that was rescheduled from today to tomorrow. So finishing that up. And I have my 3 videos. And I thank you so much, Elias, for the tips and the insight from our Friday conversation about our videos and stuff. So it got my wheels spinning. I just have to like really map it out and be more concise. So cleaning up my videos, but I will have 3 videos up this week, a house tour, a property tour, excuse me, an educational one, and probably another funny one or something like that. I'm starting to get more creative. Let's see what else. Oh, and I have door knocking on 2 expired listings because I have an active buyer who is ready to go to get that, who wants to be in that subdivision or that park division, whatever it's called. So
God, I love this. I love this. And Ophelia, huge shout out to you. So Ophelia was like, she's great on camera. She's got good energy. She's got good presence. Now, she wasn't always there. There was a time where Ophelia was secret on social, not secret in her community, and people knew who she was, but secret on social. Now, she's like, well, what do you think about some of these? And I just gave her my honest feedback. There was videos. There was like one cool thing, and then here's another, and it was like so many things like inside this one message. I'm like, wait, is this the tour of a bakery? Is this a message from the mayor? Or is this you talking about down payment assistance? Because you said all that shit in one video. So I'm just telling her, like, stay focused on one thing. Like, hey, I'm speaking directly to you, Hugo. This video is for you. Like, literally create something, keep it focused, keep it centered. And if there is a lot of things going on, then it's like, okay, cool. I'll make 3 videos from this one. So Ophelia, way to make some adjustments, way to be open to the feedback, and way to always be coachable. So love what you're doing. Love the goals for the week. Let's go, Erica Lou. Erica Lou, love your videos this weekend from you hosting open houses. Let's go. Talk to us about your goals that you're declaring to the world on this beautiful Monday morning. Go.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I want to set a goal for myself. I haven't used my Serpa key yet. So definitely right now, actually, I want to go look at a property and just get familiar with using my key. And yesterday I hosted an open house with Natalie, and we had 3 people come in, and one of them actually has a property in Berkeley that he's renovating. So I'm about to call him back and be like, hey, like, do you have a seller that you're working with, like a seller agent that you're working with? And hopefully like it goes well, and we talk something up and something happens. So those are
Beautiful.
my goals.
Listen, so it's not that I want to set a goal. No, I'm committed to achieving this by this date, right? So I'm committed to going and touring 10 homes this week of homes that are active in my market. That's my commitment, right? I want to set a goal. No, that's the wrong even way to think about this. I'm committed to accomplishing this week. I'm going to go view 10 houses with my e-key. What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow up with this guy. Tom, it was really nice to meet you at the open house yesterday. You mentioned that you had a home that you may be potentially listing in Berkeley. I would love the opportunity to stop by, check out the house, and provide with you our marketing plan and our opinion of value. That way you have our information. So when it does come time, what's a good time for you today or tomorrow? I'm going to actually be in the neighborhood. That's it. Set the appointment. If you need help, I'll go with you. I know there's agents on the call that will go with you. Just book that appointment and let's get you in that house. And I will be there to support you 100%. But great job. I love that. Let's keep cruising. All right, Sarah and baby, let's go Sarah, and then we'll go Hugo.
Okay, so last week I actually did so many tasks and I was just going to the office 3 days a week. So I got so much done that I actually didn't know what to do by Wednesday last week, which honestly, that's amazing because then that means I could do more, right? So I'm going to try to do the same thing this week, just go to the office and do something. But other than that, door knocking with Jordan. And then we also have a potential listing. Sierra and I met someone at the open house yesterday. So if we can get that appointment in Vallejo, then I mean, that would be awesome for this week.
All right, cool. So let's test the market right now so you can provide some feedback to this potential list or seller. Where's the home at?
In Vallejo.
All right. And what price point do you think that would fall under, and how many bedrooms, how many bath?
So this one's actually bigger than our open house listing yesterday. So it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So I mean, I have to pull comps for today, but at least hopefully over 600,000.
All right. So on this call right now, does anybody have a buyer that may potentially consider a house that was in Vallejo at that price point? Just raise your hand if you do have a potential buyer that might fit that criteria. Let me see. Do I have any hands up? All right, cool. So we got a couple hands up. So what I would do is I would let them know, hey, I was on our group call this morning and had quite a few of my team members raise their hand when it came to if I get a signed listing agreement. Just want to let you know that I'm already actively looking for potential buyers out there. So I'm really excited to meet with you. Right. So let them know that you're already working and you're already finding buyers for when you get that listing. It's not like, ooh, let me get the listing and then I'll start working. You're already doing the footwork now. So Sarah, great job.
Yeah, thank you. I was also thinking for because he wants to move to American Canyon for a better school district. So I was also thinking of posting, if there's any potential listing coming up in that area too.
Beautiful. I love it. Sarah, how do you do it? You have a child that is Silas's age, right? Or is he a little bit older than Silas?
He's 6, yeah, a little older.
All right, cool. And then how old's baby girl now? November 30th, she was born, right? So about
3 months.
3 months. Oh, I'm 6. How do you do it?
Honestly, I have the energy. I don't know why, maybe because of the new year, but I feel like I just got like re-licensed or just got my license like from the start of this year. I actually took 2 months off back in like November, December, and I really regret that. Like what you said this morning, like in the very beginning, you're like, oh, you have to keep like the consistency. And I just regret taking those 2 months off, like, because now I'm just playing catch up at this point, which is, unfortunate, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just really excited again.
Here's the thing, what you said, this being excited, being a mom of a 6-year-old, being a mom of a 3-month-old, and still committing to the open houses, committing to this listing appointment, door knocking with Jordan, like those are things that will build your social media. Right? Because the moms out there that are hustling, that have the babies that are doing this, and how am I balancing it all and still feeling really, really good about things? Here's a couple of things that I'm doing right now that are working for me. Now, hey, I'm a mom, I'm not perfect, but these are the things that are working for me right now. Sarah, that type of content trends. That stuff does, that little face, the stuff that you're going through, that you're still fighting through. Let's get a show of hands if you guys think that that in itself is good content. Just raise your hand if you think that that's good content. Moms, dads, brothers, aunties, uncles, people, that's good content. So Sarah, keep doing what you're doing. Love the messaging, love the focus. Let's go, Hugo.
Thanks.
So coach, so yeah, I've been on a roll with my social media and my newsletter, just keeping those pillars of my marketing. But I really want to go ahead and set a goal for myself this
Hold on,
week.
really quick. I'm gonna, hey Hugo, I'm gonna pause you for a second. Let's, if you can, while you're talking, pull up your newsletter. I want you to share it with everybody on the call, but continue on, man. I want to make sure that you share this with everyone so they can get some ideas from it. So keep grooving on.
But yeah, I've been on a roll. I've had my pillars so far in my business in terms of marketing, but I do want to go ahead and really set myself a goal on the circle prospecting when it comes to cold calling. And this week I want to do a total of 6 hours and add a total of 10 people to the database. You know, just calling around listings that have recently sold, letting people know that there was multiple offers. Last week I was able to get a pretty solid seller, so just nurturing that one. And actually went on a listing appointment last week as well with Vanessa. They're in Lathrop, actually they're in River Island. So that's another one added to the database.
Hold on a second. Congratulations on your win, but let's make this a rule. If you're ever in this neighborhood, you better come by my house and say hello.
We had him, so it was pretty awkward because we weren't able to meet at the property because he owns a trucking business and he has office in Stockton. So we were in North Stockton.
Okay, all right.
Definitely stop by. Vanessa said the same thing. So let me go ahead and pull it up, my newsletter.
Let's go.
Let's see. How do you do this?
And I give you share screen rights.
Okay. Did you give me rights?
Yep, you got it.
Let's see. I'm gonna show this. Oh, I just got a new computer, so it's making me open the system prefences and close.
All right, no worry. We'll do it next time. Okay, we'll do it next time. But here's the thing. Hugo's focused. He has a plan. He knows of how many calls he's going to make. He knows that he's really, really good on the phones. Like I'm going to give Hugo some props. Like get him on the phone. It's like there's this flow and there's this cadence. So my man, like keep doing this, keep grinding, keep showing up, keep calling, keep booking appointments, man. That's how you win. If you don't feel confident to get on the phone right now and book an appointment, you guys don't sleep on that skill. Don't sleep on that skill. How did I get into business? 18 years old as a fucking telemarketer in 1998. I remember my first check was like $450 for a week. And I was like, damn, I'm balling. 1998 as a kid, 18 years old, I came from the streets and I got a check for $450 for 1 week. I'm balling. So like I am a huge, huge believer in being able to close people on the phone. So great stuff. Let's read this other quote here. It says here, expand your reach by expanding your knowledge. I could not agree more. My lady heard Elias this morning, said, damn, he's a good speaker. Maybe I'm lazy. She's 8 months pregnant, thinking about to get up and walk a mile. I like her. I like her. You know, we have a team member, Salatute, who is, I don't know, she's got to be 5 months, 6 months pregnant. She's doing 75-day hard. Pregnant is hard enough. Not pregnant, but she's pregnant. Look at Ophelia. She's pregnant. She's doing 75-day hard. She's making no excuses. She's doing what she needs to do. So let's kind of recap on this message really quick before we go full circle on takeaways. Here's the agents that are going to get crushed in this market. Hopefully that's not you, but if this hits, then change. Uninformed, secret, negative, passive, undisciplined, desperate, and unfocused. And do that audit for yourself over the last 2 months. How many videos have you made this year? How many calls on an average have you made? How many conversations? How many appointments? How many new leads did you add to your CRM? Doors knocked, open houses? How many workouts? How many hangovers? How many hours reading? And how many excuses have you made thus far? Are you on track to have an amazing year? Or are you on track to go back to a 9-to-5 and put yourself in a position where they don't pay you remotely what you are actually worth and what you can actually obtain in this world? That choice is yours, you guys. I always say this. I'm not here to create your why. I'm not here to create your will. I'm not here to create your excitement, your drive, none of that. That's not my responsibility. I'm here to support you in the journey to where you're already heading and give you polishing points along the way. That's why I'm here. That's my role. That's my duty. And that's my responsibility as your coach and as your leader. So let's do this. I want to get a couple key takeaways from you. Larissa, please come out when you have a second. Get a couple key takeaways from you guys before we start closing out our session for the morning. I'm going to go to Shelly. Shelly, give me one key takeaway from our time together today, and then we'll go Joel. Joel, I want to get one key takeaway from you today. Shelly Barr, let's hit him.
Hi, Alice. Hi, everybody. Good morning. The takeaway is consistency and stick with your calendar. And we are on track. We did open house, 3 open house in last 2 weeks, almost 150 door knocks. And I am putting myself on a media. That's so hard for me, but I am practicing and I'm doing that. And I appreciate all the feedbacks and support from this team. It's amazing. And Elias, shout out to you. You're sparking a lot of stuff inside. And thank you so much. Being in this team is a huge, huge support.
Let's go, Shelly. And listen, Shelly, she'll be honest, and she shared this. She's like, she recommitted to her business, right? And when I think about like how much she has chose to recommit, get on camera, she's like, should I make content in my native tongue? Absolutely, create content in your native tongue. So Shelly, it's really good to see how much you're showing up. Let's go, Joel. Joel, key takeaways from our time together today.
So the main key takeaways that I got is to follow through with the plans that you committed yourself to at the beginning of the year. And the last section that we had, I was mentioning how I had my last day at my part-time job on Saturday. So now I'm fully committed to real estate. So I have a plan of the 3 things that I want to be consistent on that I haven't been consistent because of the lack of time that I had. So that is open houses, social media marketing, and also just being in trainings for buyer consultations and listing presentations and how to get better at my craft. So those are the 3 things that I need to focus on. And again, listening to the people's plans is like, I need to really start to dive into my schedule and put all those things in there so that it's not just something that I want to do, but it's in there and I'm going to do it starting like today. So those are the 3 things that I'm going to be focusing on and the takeaways that I got from listening to everybody's comments and takeaways today.
That's right. That's right, Joel. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being our guest. And shout out to your hairline and the lineup that you got going on there, bro.
Thank you.
Looks really nice. I'll go to JJ in a second, but I have a special guest. Come really quick. She loves this. Okay, say hi. So that's Larissa. Okay. 2 jobs. Okay. 2 jobs. Full-time student. Look at the balloons. And she chose to do 75-day hard. So you ready to go, kiddo?
Yes.
Yes. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to push you a little bit?
Absolutely.
Do you think I'm going to piss you off a little bit?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, let's give her some love and light, you guys, and tell her she's got this. Look at you go, girl. Anything you want to say to the people?
Not right now.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. She loves being put on the spot. Love you, kiddo. Let's go, JJ.
Sorry, I had to unmute my self. So real quick, I'm a coach. I've been coaching for a very, very long time. But this year, every year, but this year specifically, I had a kid who could not play soccer at all, but he just wanted to be out there and play. So he kept asking me what techniques he should do, this and that. And all I told him is go get a ball and dribble it. Doesn't matter what you do. If you have nothing, just go do basic stuff and go dribble. He literally sent me, and I should have saved him, but he sent me a little video on WhatsApp every day. And he was on his driveway and on his yard, just half an hour, 20 minutes. He went from not knowing how to play to going up to being a starter in JV. And in the playoffs, you're able to expand your roster. So I got him all the way to varsity. He didn't play on VAR but he deserved it. So we moved him up. And the whole point was he didn't think, I told him, don't think about it. Just dribble, learn how to juggle the ball, get the ball back, return it, blah, blah, blah. And then everything else in practice got easier for him because he had the basics down. So for all you guys that are either in the industry for a while or you're new, just start doing stuff. It doesn't even matter what it is because you'll start evolving all by itself. Pick something and go for it. You can't say, oh, this might not be the right or wrong thing. It doesn't matter. You'll figure out whether it's the right or wrong thing as you start doing it. And then you can shift if you need to, but you've got to start doing something.
That's right, JJ. I love it, man. Always bringing the fire. Let's go, Ophelia. Ophelia, you'll be our last comment, rapid fire.
There we go. Again, people, this space is safe. And as long as you feel safe, you will be able to absorb. And that's something that I will forever, die on a mountain saying it. And I thank you, Elias, because I thanked you too on Friday, what you have designed here, because many people are, sometimes imposter syndrome or what have you, and trying to accomplish somebody else's goals. But once you're safe and you can absorb here and you can be vulnerable and transparent, then you're able to come into an identity and then go and execute. So again, you guys keep showing up, keep being here, and just absorb everything. Know that this is a safe space. This is why I was able to grow in 2 years.
Wow. Ophelia, I appreciate you. And going back to the chat, there's a really important quote here from Nicole Penland. Your eyebrows are fire. And let's end with that. You guys, thank you for showing up. Listen, it's Monday. Go out, just go and do things that are going to move your needle. And I'm going to let you guys in really, really quick. I'm talking about myself, holding myself accountable. All right, guys. So what moves my needle? Recruiting, coaching, leadership appointments. I want you guys to look at just my Tuesday tomorrow. This is my Tuesday. All the red are things that are mine. These are my events. I have crushing open houses, and if you guys aren't going to be there or it's not on the calendar, make sure you're there. I think, let's see, quite a few people have already agreed to be there. Anyways, that's an open house dialogue at 12:30 to 2:30. And then from there, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meetings from just the afternoon. So if I'm going to tell you guys to move your fucking needle, then I'm going to hold myself to moving my needle. Does that make sense, everybody? Can you guys see my screen? Am I sharing? Am I not sharing? Am I sharing?
Yeah, you're sharing.
Okay, cool. All right,
What
cool.
is one big fire? I'm just curious.
Oh, that's Kenny. Kenny's at an event and he is going to Mexico. But anyways, you guys, we're over time. Listen, have an amazing week. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I'm gonna move my needle. In order to help you move your needle, all I need you to do is meet me somewhere in the middle or pass me. Let's go. Let's make this a week that counts. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and go tear up this week. Peace.